Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is all about solving problems involving algebraic formulas. So without further ado, let's do this topic. Now, I will give you 10 examples class for you to really understand this one. On the first part of our video class, we'll be answering 1 to 5 examples because we need to explain this one class step by step. On the next part of our video, we'll be answering 6 to 10, and I will just put the link on the description down below with regards to the part 2 of our video class. Feel free to see the video class. Alright, so let's start with example number 1. The sum of a number and 16 is 3 times the number. What is the number? So once again class, if you're dealing with problem solving, the first thing that you need to do is you need to understand the problem. So the sum of a number and 16, once again, we have this word sum. It means addition. We are adding a number and 16. Once again, class, you have the word sum. It means addition. The sum of a number. Now, this number, class, a number, we represent this one with the variable x. A number, that would be x. So, the sum of a number. So, once again, a number, we represent this one with the variable x. So, x, a number, and 16. So, therefore, we are adding a number and 16. So, there would be x plus 16. Once again, the sum. So, that would be plus sign. And we are adding a number, so that would be x and 16. Is, no, if you have this word is, it means equals. Once again, class, this word is in mathematical equation, it means equals. So the sum of a number and 16 is equal sign 3 times the number. So once again, the number, that would be x. 3 times x, so because the number, it means x. 3 times x, that would be 3x. So 3 times the number, that would be 3x. So the sum of a number and 16, so x plus 16 is equal sign 3 times the number, that would be 3x. And then we need to find the value of x because we are told what is the number, and the number, that would be x. Therefore, we need to find the value of x. Now, to find the value of x, we can subtract both sides by x because we do have 2 letter x. Therefore, we need to remove 1 x. Now, to do that one class, we subtract both sides by x because x minus x, we can just simply cancel this out. Once again, x minus x, that would be 0. We can just simply cancel this out. So therefore, we need to subtract both sides by x. This will be x minus x plus 16 equals 3x minus x. Now, you'll be asking questions, sir, why do we need to subtract both sides by x? Now, we need to subtract both sides by x, class, because we do have 2 letter x. To remove the first x, we subtract both sides by x because x minus x, that would be 0. Once you subtract x on the left side of this equal sign, you also do that on the right to make the equation balance. And we call this one the subtraction property of equality. SPE, that would be subtraction property of equality. We don't have enough space, class. Let me just write SPE. It means subtraction property of equality. So SPE, subtraction property of equality. And then we can just simply cancel this out. Cancel this out. And then this will be 16 equals 3x minus x. That would be 2x. Understood that there's 1 here, class. Once again, understood that there's 1 here. 3 minus 1, that's 2. Simply copy x. And then to get the value of x, we can just simply divide both sides by 2. Divide by 2. Divide by 2, this is what we call division property of equality. Dividing both sides by 2, that would be division property of equality. We can just simply cancel this out. So 16 divided by 2, that's 8 equals x. That's it, class. That's the answer with regards to example number 1. X is equals to 8. Once again, class, this is just the same with x equals 8. This is just the same, class. We call this one symmetric property. So 8 equals x is just the same with x equals 8. Now, in this scenario, class, you can also apply, class, the multiplication property of equality. So let me just explain this one, class, for you not to be confused. Example, class, if I will say 16 equals 2x. To get the value of x, class, you can apply multiplication property of equality. You can multiply both sides by 1/2. Multiply both sides by 1/2. Because we can just simply cancel this out. Because 2 times 1/2, that would be 1. Okay, let me just explain this one. That's 2 times 1/2. Once again, 2 times 1/2, we can just simply cancel 2. Because 2 times 1/2, that would be 1. So 2 times 1/2, understood that there's 1 here for any whole number, understood that there's 1 for the denominator. So multiply the numerators, 2 times 1, that would be 2. 1 times 2, that would be 2. And 2 divided by 2, that would be equal to 1. So we can just simply cancel this out. And the remaining expression on the left side of this equal sign will be only x. So this is only x, and then 16 divided by 2, because 16 times 1/2, you will get the same answer, that would be 8. You can just simply divide the 16 divided by 2, that would be 8. And this is what we call plus MPE, multiplication property of equality. But it will take time, class. That's why, class, it's better to use division property of equality. If you have this kind of equation, 16 equals 2x, simply divide both sides by 2, class. This is what we call division property of equality. And then you will get 8. 16 divided by 2, that's 8, equals x. For me, class, if you have equation like this, it's better, class, to apply division property of equality to make it easier, class. Okay, so let's have example number 2, class. By the way, you can check your answer. So let's have our checking. So checking, just in case the teacher will ask you to check your answer. So checking x plus 16 equals 3x. Substitute the value of x, that would be 8. So 8 plus 16 equals 3. Once again, if you have 3x, it means 3 times x. And the value of x, that would be 8. So 3 times 8. 8 plus 16, that would be 24, equals 3 times 8, that would be 24. Correct. So therefore, class, our answer is correct. Alright, so that's it, class, with regards to example number 1. So let's have example number 2. Alright, so let's work on example number 2. If the perimeter of a square garden is 48 meters, what is the length of each side of the garden? Now, to find the perimeter of a square, the formula, that would be perimeter of a square, is equal to 4s. That would be 4 times the side. Now, let me just explain this one, class, with regards to perimeter. Now, perimeter, class, is the sum of all sides. If we draw a square, class, of course, we know that a square, all sides must be equal, right? If this is 5 centimeter, therefore, this side must be also 5 centimeter. This is 5 centimeter, and then 5 centimeter. So therefore, to get the perimeter, if each side measures 5 centimeter, we can just simply add this up. 5 plus 5, that would be 10, plus 5, that's 15, plus 5, that would be 20. Therefore, the perimeter equals 20 centimeters if each side measures 5 centimeter, because perimeter is the sum of all sides. That's why the formula, that would be 4s, because if we solve this one, finding the perimeter, just example, class, perimeter of this square, so 4 times the side is 5 centimeter, so 4 times 5 centimeter, of course, you will get 20 centimeter. Okay, if the given side is 5 centimeter. But for number 2, class, you are told to find the side and you have given perimeter, that would be 48 meters. Once again, class, if the perimeter of a square garden is 48 meters, therefore, you have given perimeter and you're told to find the side. You're told to find each side. You're told to find s. So the thing that we need to do, class, is we just simply substitute the value of the perimeter, that would be 48. So substitute 48 in this perimeter. Once again, the perimeter of a square garden is 48 meters. Therefore, we substitute the value of 48 in this particular perimeter. So this will be 48 meters equals 4s. Once again, we are told to find the side. Sir, where did you get this 48? That would be the perimeter of a square garden. That would be 48. Simply substitute the value of the perimeter. That would be 48. Equals 4s. And to get the value of s, we can apply division property of equality. We can divide both sides by 4. Dividing by 4, we can just simply cancel this out. And 48 divided by 4, what's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 12 meters. Equals s. That's it, class. The side, each side measures 12 meters. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 2. Because if you add this up, so once again, if we draw this one, if this is 12 meters, this is also 12 meters because this is a square. All sides must be equal. 12 meters, 12 meters, and then 12 meters. If you add this up, 12 plus 12, that's 24. Plus 12, that would be 36. Plus 12, that would be 48. That's correct. So therefore, each side measures 12 meters. So that's the answer, class, with regards to example number 2. I hope it's clear for you, class, with regards to example number 2. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 3. Alright, so let's work on example number 3. Maria had 300 pesos in her wallet. She bought 4 ribbons worth X pesos each. If the money left in her wallet is 100 pesos, how much is the price of each ribbon? So once again, the starting money of Maria, that would be 300 pesos. So we can ignore first the peso sign, class, for us not to be confused. So once again, the starting money of Maria, that would be 300 pesos. And then she bought 4 ribbons worth X pesos each. So therefore, this will be minus sign because she bought 4 ribbons. So that would be 4. And the worth of the ribbon, that would be X pesos each. So therefore, this will be 4 times X. So 300 minus 4 times X because she bought 4 ribbons. So that would be 4. And the worth plus the amount, that would be X pesos each. So that would be 4 times X. So 300 minus 4 times X. If the money left in her wallet is 100 pesos, therefore this will be equal sign. And the money left, that will be only 100 pesos. So therefore this will be 300 starting money of Maria, and then she bought 4 ribbons worth X pesos each. That would be 300 minus 4X equals 100. And then we're told to find the value of X. So therefore, to find the value of X, we can subtract both sides by 300 so that we can cancel this out. And the remaining expression on the left side of this equal sign will be only negative 4X. Once again, class, we can subtract both sides by 300. And then copy this one, minus 4X equals 100 minus 300. Now, you'll be asking questions, Sir, why do we need to subtract both sides by 300 so that we can cancel this out? Okay, so that we can cancel this out. And the remaining expression, class, on the left side of this equal sign will be only negative 4X. So 300 minus 300, we can just simply cancel this out. And then simply copy negative 4X equals 100 minus 300. Once again, if the signs are not the same, this is positive 100, this is negative 300, we simply subtract 300 minus 100, that would be 200. Now, since 300 is greater than 100, we copy the sign. This will be negative 200. Once again, 100 minus 300, that would be negative 200. And then to get the value of X, we can just simply divide both sides by negative 4. Divide by negative 4, cancel this out. Our X value will be negative divided by negative, that would be positive. Once again, class, dividing same signs, your answer is always positive. 200 divided by 4, the answer is 50. And then do not forget peso sign, class, because how much is the price of each ribbon? So this will be 50 pesos. That's it, class. That's the answer with regards to example number 3. Alright, so each ribbon, that would be 50 pesos. 200, negative 200 divided by negative 4, that would be positive 50. And that would be 50 pesos each ribbon. That's it, class. That's the answer with regards to example number 3. So let's proceed now to example number 4. Alright, so let's work on example number 4. What is the value of y in the algebraic equation 2y plus 4 equals 16 using the properties of equality? So let me copy the equation, class. 2y plus 4 equals 16. Now, to get the value of y, class, we can subtract both sides by 4 so that we can cancel this out. And the remaining expression, class, on the left side of this equal sign will be only 2y. Once again, class, we subtract both sides by 4 because 4 minus 4, we can just simply cancel this out. So this will be 2y plus 4 minus 4 equals 16 minus 4. This is what we call, class, subtraction property of equality. Question, sir, why do we need to subtract both sides by 4? So that we can cancel this out, class. Once again, we can cancel this out. And the remaining expression on the left side of this equal sign will be only 2y. That's why, class, we need to subtract both sides by 4 so that the remaining expression on the left side of this equal sign will be only 2y. So cancel this out. So this will be 2y equals 16 minus 4, that would be 12. And then simply apply division property of equality. We can divide both sides by 2 so that we can get the value of y. Divide by 2, cancel this out. And this is what we call division property of equality. So y equals 12 divided by 2, that would be 6. That's it, class. That's the answer with regards to example number 4. We can check our answer. So checking. So 2y plus 4 equals 16. So 2y, it means 2 times y. So 2, copy 2. The value of y, that would be 6. So 2 times 6 plus 4 equals 16. 2 times 6, that would be 12. Plus 4 equals 16. 12 plus 4, that would be 16 equals 16. Check. That's it, class. That's the answer with regards to example number 4, class. The value of y, that would be equal to 6. And we use subtraction property of equality and division property of equality. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 5, class. Last example, class, example number 5. Alright, so last example, class, example number 5. What property of equality can we use to solve the given equation 4x equals 28? So 4x equals 28. So we do have two properties, class, that we can solve the value of x. First one, we can apply division property of equality. The second one, we can apply multiplication property of equality. But for me, class, it's easy to find the value of x applying division property of equality. We can divide both sides by 4 so that we can cancel this out. And then we find the value of x. And then x equals 28 divided by 4, that would be 7. So therefore, class, x is equals to 7. Alright, and this is what we call division property of equality. Property of equality. So for me, class, it's better to use division property of equality if you have this kind of equation. Alright, and then we can also use this one, class, multiplication property of equality. Let me copy the equation. 4x equals 28. We can multiply both sides by 1/4. We can multiply both sides by 1 over 4. Because 1/4 times 4, once again, class, 1/4 times 4, 1/4 times 4. Understood that there's 1 here for the denominator of any whole number. So once again, 1/4 times 4, 1/4 times 4, 1 times 4, multiply the numerators. 1 times 4, that would be 4. 4 times 1, that would be 4. 4 divided by 4, that would be equal to 1. So therefore, we can just simply cancel this out. Okay? 4 times 1/4, we can just simply cancel this out. And the remaining expression will be only x. So this is x equals 28 times 1/4. So 28 times 1/4. Understood that there's 1 here. So 28 times 1, that would be 28. 1 times 4, that would be 4. And then 28 divided by 4, that would be 7. Or you can just simply divide this one. 28 divided by 4, that would be 7. Alright, so multiplying 1/4 both sides, this is what we call, class, multiplication property of equality. You will have the same answer, class. Property of equality. So once again, the question there, what property? Equality, sorry. Equality. So the question there, what property of equality can we use to solve the given equation 4x equals 28? Your answer, class, you can apply, that would be division property of equality, or you can use multiplication property of equality. So we do have two properties that we can use to solve the value of x. That would be division property of equality and multiplication property of equality. Alright, so that's it, class, for numbers 1 to 5. So the next part of our video will be answering 6 to 10. So I will just put the link on the description down below with regards to the part 2 of our video, class. Feel free to see the video, class. So once again, class, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share it to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, class, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.